What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Coming back to the home game scene with a bang today, playing 1-2, and we end with 10-20. How did we end with 10-20? Guess you'll have to stay tuned to find out. We also end the night with two $1,000 flips. As this video comes out, I'll be on a plane to LA playing Hustler tomorrow, Thursday, 10-20-40. You guys don't want to miss it. Catch it live on Hustler's channel. I'll see you guys on the felt there. Let's play some poker. Alright, welcome back. You guys do not want to miss this entire crazy vlog. Yes, you heard the intro right. We end with 10-20. I love these guys. They become some of my closest friends. So how do you go from 1-2 to 10-20? Well, a lot of drinks and a lot of fun. Without further ado, let's get right into the first hand. So the game starts at 7:30. We buy in for $500. That's the max we're doing with 1-2. We look down at ace jack offsuit. There's two limps. I bump it up to 15. The button calls 15, and now the small blind makes it $75. He's an action player. I think we can definitely get stacks in as we're pretty shallow. I mean, it's funny, I say we're shallow, but we're 250 big blinds deep, 1-2, because 100 big blinds, 200. Quick maths, easy. But shallow in the terms is like we normally play 2-5, so when we're all usually 1,000 plus deep, we're basically playing the same game, obviously just lower blinds, so just pretty easy to get $500 in there. So I decide to flick in the call, going to be very loose, very fun today, and we whiff. 994 rainbow, but when he continues here for $55, like I said, he's an action guy. Definitely could be doing this with king, queen, jack 10, low to medium pocket pairs, all things like that. So I decide to actually put in the call here, hoping to see a jack or an ace, and no, a deuce. So absolutely done with this hand, especially more done with it when he gears up for a bet, bets $200. We fold, and there's a large part of our stack gone right away. And that's why in this hand, when we look down at ace king suited, a premium, we are able to do what we do. We're in the big blind. Under the gun opens it up to $15. Gets back to the button, who 3-bets to 60. Folds to me. There's only one thing we're doing, and that's going all in for about 250. Under the gun folds, and the button decides to snap call. So we're going to a run out of 8-8-6. No help. Turn jack, no help. River 6 though, so maybe ace high is good. And indeed it is. My opponent mucks. Let's go. We're filming the board, and my opponent grabs his cards and says that we chop.
Big bang. 8-8-6. Wake up, chop. Sorry.
No, you're good. Are you fucking kidding me? He said he didn't know a double paired. Shows the ace queen. If we were in a casino, his hand would be dead, but these are my friends. I'm not going to make a big deal. Not going to go to the tape and say, hey, you mucked your hand, blah, blah, blah. It's all right. It's unfortunate. 250 we could have had, but hey. On to the next hand. What would you guys have done? Would you guys have taken your friend's money? Because he did technically muck his hand, but hey, let's go to the next one. All right, now this next hand is epic. We look down at king 8 suited. Like I said, getting in there, getting spicy. Middle position opens 215. The cutoff calls. I, of course, put in the call in the small blind, going heads up to a board of 7-7-3. Definitely better for me, not him. I check, he checks back. Going to a turn, which is a 7, 3 sevens, and a 3. So now aces, kings, and queens feel much better. I check. He continues here for 20. So you guys are thinking, this is a fold because even ace high is beating us. But you ever heard a pair of balls beats everything? We've got some dirty intentions in mind. So I decided to put in the call. First plan, hit a king or an 8. Second plan, do something crazy. The river is a 5. I check it over to him once again. He continues for 50. I look down at my stack. I have about $225. So now I'm thinking, if I jam, is this enough to get him to fold? He's obviously never going to fold aces, kings, and queens, but he is going to fold that ace, king, ace, queen. And even if he had something like pocket 8s, pocket 9s, pocket 10s, they're not in love with the situation. I mean, I'm never going to have jacks plus, but definitely could have the 7, all the 6-7 suited, 7-8 suited. Not the best though, because even if I had 3s and 5s, he's still beating me with those 8s, 9s, and 10s, but that's what I do. I go all in. Like I said, getting fun, getting splashy in the 1-2 streets. And I don't know how you guys view lower stakes, but sometimes I like to try out some different moves when I'm playing lower stakes to try to apply them when I play higher stakes, so I'm not making these dumb mistakes when I'm playing high stakes. I can make the mistakes now when I'm playing lower stakes and, figure it out when I get to higher stakes. I don't know, maybe that's a messed up way of of thinking things, but my opponent thinks about this for a really long time, about 2 minutes plus, and he kept saying, your line makes no sense, this makes no sense, but I can't find any bluffs that you have here, blah, blah, blah. And he eventually folds. We show the king 8, of course, we get it through. Nice hand. Let's go, baby. You know what the motto is today? If it's suited, I'm playing. We whiff these two, but then we get into a really nice one with ace 5 of hearts. There was a limp. The button opens to 15. We're sitting in the big blind. We could put in the 3-bet, but I decided to just call, and the limper makes the call, and bang, we flop trips. Beautiful, beautiful disguised hand. I check, the limper checks, and now the button bets 20. With a flush draw out there, we definitely could be raising, but we do want to let him catch up if he has, you know, something like king, queen, if he has a big ace, you know, literally anything, we just want to let him hit it. So I put in the flat call and the limper folds. The turn is the jack of spades. Pretty good card, brings in a backdoor spade draw as well. I check. If he bets here, probably just going to check jam, get it in now, but unfortunately, he checks it back, and we don't like to see the deuce of spades on the river. Although I think all of his backdoor spade draws, say he had something like king, queen of spades, he picks up a really big draw, and he will definitely fire the turn, so I'm not really sure what his checking back range is here. Seems to me like he's almost giving up, like he's got nothing, so I don't think a bet will accomplish much. I decide to check. My opponent takes the bait, baby. He bets out for $75. It is a really big sizing, so definitely have to be concerned. He could have just checked back pocket jacks, just the absolute stone cold nuts. But with only about $200 in my stack, if he's got it, he's got it. Gonna go for some thin value. I go all in for about 200. My opponent doesn't give it too much thought and decides to fold, so we take it down and on to the next one. Alright, if it's suited, we're playing it. Jack 8 suited, I don't know if you guys can see it, but oh my goodness, we flop trips on Jack, Jack, King. I limped pre-flop, the cutoff raised, and the button called, so hopefully the cutoff or even the button has a king, maybe a lesser jack, but there's literally no lesser jacks out there. Hopefully we're not getting coolered. The flop checks around, and on the deuce turn, it checks to me. I bet out for $35, and they both make the call. What do they have? I'm happy to see a massive brick on the river. No straight draws came in, no flush draws came in. It checks to me. I'm not really sure what sizing I want to bet here, but I do want to go big. I make it $90. The cutoff snap folds, but now it seems like the larger sizing did the right thing because the button's like, oh my god, what do you have here? He's like, it's literally jack or nothing. Do I want to pay you off? And after a long think, he pays it off. We show the jack. He mucks. Getting paid on the right track. Let's keep it up. Alright, now for the rest of the night, we're playing some 2-5. The $10 straddle is on. I'm first to act. I actually decided to limp here. Why did I do that? I have no idea. The next player after me limps, and now the button makes it 40. I put in the call. The guy to my left puts in the call.
I gotta get on one of these vlogs.
Yeah. And as you hear the button, he says, yeah, time to get on one of these vlogs, baby. So we're going 3 ways to a board of ace 10 8 rainbow. Pretty good. I check, the guy to my left checks, and now the button bets out for $65. And not going anywhere, not going to put in the raise. I just put in the call, guy to my left folds. So going heads up to the turn, which is the jack of clubs. Let's go, bingo. Hopefully he's got ace king, ace queen. He continues, we can jam and get a double up. I check, but unfortunately he checks back. Must have sniffed it out, or he's just trying to get on this vlog. Super light, but nonetheless going to the river, which is a deuce. Definitely have to bet here. Don't really want to check. Think he's even going to check back like kings or queens or something like that. So I cut out and I bet $110. My opponent gives it a super long thought and decides to fold. How would you guys have played this one? On to the next one. Alright, now we've got a pretty interesting and potentially scary situation. And when we look down at pocket aces, you might be like, how is this potentially scary? Well, listen to what we're playing. Everyone puts in $10. We see a flop. Then if you want to play, it starts on the small blind and you either call pot, like you bet pot, or you fold. Then we just run out the turn and the river, no more betting. So with aces, not really the best when you want to go multi-way the entire table in a bomb pot. But when it folds to me, I'm in middle position. There's just, I think, 3 more players with cards after me. Now it's actually a pretty good spot. I put in the 100. Hopefully somebody just has a king, like, I don't know, king 10, and they're like drawing dead. But it folds around. Everybody folds. How does nobody even have a piece? You're supposed to like call with bottom pair in this, whatever, but we take it down. Can't complain winning $100, I guess.
Fuck yeah. Oh my God. I thought I was gonna get boned so hard.
Then we look down at our favorite hand of all time, ace king. Completely kidding. Don't really like this hand. Under the gun limps, very weird, but like I said, friendly game, everyone's doing weird stuff. I open it up to 20. Both the blinds call and the limper makes the call. So we're going 4 ways to a board of 3, 7, 9. It checks to me. I decided to just check this one, take a free card, going to the turn, which is the picture perfect turn card, the Ace of Hearts. Not only do we now have top pair, but we've got the nut flush draw as well. Got this board completely crushed. Hoping somebody bets so we can raise, get it in. Both the blinds check, and now Under the Gun does bet out for $40. Maybe he limped a super strong hand like Ace King himself, Ace Queen himself. And after I thought about it for a little bit, with this board completely crushed, I think it'll be very sneaky to just put in the call here. Also, just think it's way too face up to be raising here. So we just put in the call, going to the river, which is overkill. Every streak keeps getting better and better. The Jack of Hearts. We now have the nut flush. He checks it over to me, and I do want to continue that polar story. Always betting big on the rivers, even as bluffs. As you've seen, I went all in with the King 8. I bet $150, and my opponent immediately shows 8-3 of hearts face up. What? He turned the flush. I wish we would have raised now, got it in, we would have drilled it. And he decides to make a painful laydown. Good fold, sir. Wow, what a hand. All right, strap in for probably the hand of the night. I mean, we've got some pretty crazy ones after this, but haven't played a hand like this in a little while. We look down at pocket queens. There's 2 limps. The hijack makes it $25. Definitely going to put in that 3-bet on the button. Been very aggressive tonight, so hopefully he puts in a 4-bet, a jam. We put in the call, but I make it $60. It gets back to him. He starts counting his chips, thinking for a little while. And I'm like, okay, I'm rooting for a raise. But as time goes on, I start to think, I don't remember the last time I've seen a 4-bet in one of these games. You rarely see a 4-bet live. And the last time I had queens in my last vlog, or maybe 2 vlogs ago, I just called somebody's 4-bet and then folded to an ace-high board. The good thing is, like I said, we're very shallow. I think I started the hand with like $600. So if he does get it in, we're just a little bit over 100 blinds deep. Happy to get it in if he's got aces or kings. Nice hand, sir. We're going to hand it all over. But if he does have ace king, happy to flip. And maybe on the off chance, he can have jacks and we can hold. And after a little while, he does something very concerning. He does not 4-bet all in. He 4-bets to $260 or $240, one of those two. Very dicey, very concerning. Like I said, started the hand with about $600, a little bit over 100 blinds. I think, you know what? If you got it, sir, you got it. I am all in. He snap calls, and yes, he does have pocket aces. He asks to run it twice. And listen, I always preach that I'm friendly. If you guys want to go twice, we can go twice. But it's actually a backwards way of thinking. If I'm so far behind like this, I just want to run it once. If I hit it, I hit it. If I don't, I don't. Because if we go twice and I spike the queen on the first run out, I'm going to be pissed because there's just no chance I win the second run out. And we're just going to be chopping for no reason. Let's try to get a little bit of blood, even though these are my boys. Let's try to have some fun, get some blood for the vlog, huh? So one time, dealer, please. Bang, queen right in the window. King, queen, 10, but we're not out of the woods yet. Still have to fade an ace and a jack. The turn is a deuce. We are 1 street away from cracking aces in a massive pot. 3 on the river. Let's go. Let me know what you guys would have done down below. If I was super deep or if I was playing and somebody said like, if you lose this money, you die, I might have folded queens pre-flop. I did feel like he had a super strong hand, but was just in the mood to say, fuck it. Let me know what you guys think down below. Let's go, baby. We continue our hot streak. Now back to the suited vibe. We look down at queen 10 suited. We open it up to $30 and only get 1 call out of the small blind. We flop a 10, but actually decide to be sneaky and check this one back. We turn 2 pair. Queen 10, he checks. Now we bet out for 25 and he makes the call. River's a 6, which I don't love. He could be holding on with a 6, but when he checks, time to go for a little bit more thin value. I bet out for $75. Definitely looks very weird. It's basically queen or nothing. He thinks about it for quite some time, flicks in the call. We show the queen, and we are good. Let's keep it going. All right, here's what you guys have been waiting for. We turn the game into 5, 10, 20. Nice. Okay, we add on a little bit of money, and in this first hand, we look down at king queen. There's a button straddle to 20. You could straddle from under the gun or on the button. And then how we do the action is small blind is up first, and then it's on me. So I open it up to 50, and I get 2 callers going 3 ways to a board of deuce 4, 8. I decided to take a stab, bet 60, we're short-handed. People shouldn't really have too many strong hands here, so I think definitely betting makes sense. Just the cutoff makes the call, going heads up to a turn, which is a jack. Now I decide to bet $110, and the cutoff basically snap calls again. Alright, interesting. Hopefully we can hit a king or a queen, but no, the river is an 8. The way he called me on the turn, this particular player likes to call down a lot, so not really going to bluff here, just going to shut it down. I check. He pretty quickly gathers and bets $225. We snap fold, and right after I ended the recording, he showed pocket jack, so just flatted pre-flop and just absolutely drilled this run out. So pretty bad start to 10-20, but let's see if we can get a big hand in. We go through a really brutal 5 minutes. We raise ace king, take it down. We raise ace 3, take it down. We call a big 3-bet with 5s, absolutely whiff. Raise fold 9-6 offsuit, so we burn about $300 in literally 5 minutes, and it all leads up to this hand with king jack suited. We are in the big blind. The $20 straddle is on under the gun. The next player to act, who's under the gun +2, I guess, is also the cutoff. He limps. We decide to bump it up to 80, and just he makes the call. So we're going heads up to a beautiful board of ace king 3 all spades. I mean, we've got this locked up. Second pair, nut flush draw. Debated checking, but definitely want to just c-bet my entire range here. So I make it 45, and he makes the call. Going to a turn, which makes things even better. We turn 2 pair with a jack. Hopefully if he's got any ace like ace queen, ace 10, even if he has a weak ace because we're shorthanded, he's not going anywhere. I actually think for a little bit and decide to overbet jam $400, think it'll look super weird. We get snapped off, absolutely snapped off, and immediately shown the nuts. Nice. Well, the good thing is, I guess, we've got a lot of outs, any spade, any king, any jack. One time dealer, please. Nope. It's a 10. Time to grab some more money. Alright, maybe it's my turn to win with queen 10. I decide to open it up to $50, and just the same player from the last hand makes the call. Maybe we can get some sweet, sweet revenge. On a board of king, king, deuce, I do decide to c-bet here for 35, and he makes the call. Going to a turn, which is an ace, we've got a gutter, as well as this board is just better for me as the pre-flop aggressor. So going to kick up the pressure and bet $115, and he beats me into the pot. Alright, fuck this. The river comes, I decide to just give up and check, and he actually checks it back, so we get to see what he's got. I say I've got queen high, is it good? No. He's got a king. Checked it back. Nice. Alright, we've got a super, super interesting hand for you guys. I look down at ace 5 of hearts on the button. I decide to open it up to 50 over a limp or 2. And now the small blind action player actually was the one who suggested we bump up the stakes. Makes it $235. He knows that I've been opening a lot. I know that he's been 3-betting a lot and raising a lot and been super aggressive. So I say, you know what? This is the perfect time. I'm all in.
All in. All in. Good move. Yo, record this shit, dude.
Oh, yeah, obviously. I don't believe you, but I have to fold. Oh my god. I really don't believe him.
Shining in.
If I called this, I would be setting it.
Yo, get a little.
What do you have?
Bro, what does it matter?
I mean, I'm.
1,395.
I can't fold.
It's not going in anyway.
But I know he knows I'm just full of shit
That's
half
what
the
I
time.
meant.
So
This guy's
so
got
leveling more.
I jam around $1,200. It is a big sizing, but I mean, what am I going to do? Raise to like $600 with $400 behind? No. And I am not happy to say that he does not snap fold. He actually starts groaning and moaning, and he's like, oh my god, I'm in such a spot. It's so funny what I just said. He's like, oh my god, I know that you know that I'm full of shit. I want to call, but I don't think I can. But he starts thinking about it, and as time goes on, he starts leaning more towards call, starts saying, oh, I'm such a sicko, I want to call. And I'm like, I don't really want to call. And then he shows me ace 10 suited. So now I know I'm smoked. I was thinking he might have something like pocket 8s, pocket 9s, and I'm still smoked. But this one, I'm really smoked. Like, if he makes the call, I'm just zipper in my book bag and getting the fuck out of there. Yeah, not good at all. But after the longest time, he takes chips out of his stack, holds them over the middle, and folds.
What's that missing?
What was it?
You show me or not?
I'll show you.
Wow. I knew it. Run it out.
Run it out.
I
I'll
literally
verify
knew
it.
it.
Wild, bro.
Please just show me a 5.
Wow.
I'm drawing dead.
Oh my god. Wow, I was like this. I was literally like, oh, so close.
I thought you were gonna be God.
I knew that was, dude.
Oh my goodness, I show him the ace 5. My heart is just going crazy. Can breathe a sigh of relief. We ran out the board. He would have won. It was something like 9-9, 10-4, 7. And wow, if this doesn't get your heart pumping, I don't know what does. All right, degen time, baby. Just like my I am a degenerate gambler blog, we are doing PLO 5 flips, but not $200, not $300. We started off with a bang $500. So if you guys don't know, we each get 5 cards. They run out the flop. Nobody looks. We go one by one to see what everybody has. Let's just head to the tape for the first one.
7. That's a great card.
I need a 6.
Ace king is looking good.
6, 7. That's
I'm
great.
fucked.
Yeah,
Need
you're
to
dead.
pull a boat.
You need something crazy.
It's over.
I need a 5. I literally need a 5 or a 4.
Not block the streets.
4 or 5.
God.
Nice hand, nice hand.
Smoked. Absolutely smoked. Minus 500. And I say, you want to do another one? He says, sure. So, yeah, gonna head to the tapes and get one more in.
I'm going to bed like a baby. Yeah. All right, Mandy.
Jack.
That's what
I got a jack.
So we could wrap this shit up.
Oh, nice.
I have an 8, 8 of
Oh,
hearts.
10.
What?
That's a good card, Mandy.
5.
You ride the bus.
That's not.
I have nothing. You have a
Yeah.
fucking straight.
Yeah,
Oh my god, I'm creamed.
They all want to do it again.
Unless you have to pull another jack. That
You have
would
to
be
pull
crazy.
10.
Jack or 10.
Or a 4, right?
Yeah.
Jack or 10.
Or 4.
12, 40 it was, right? I win.
Yeah, you win, I think.
Yeah.
Nice hand, nice hand.
Damn.
So yeah, we had about a $700 win locked up. Stayed late, played 10-20, did $500 flips. After all that, we lost $1,500. Note to self, lock in your win. Don't stay until 4 in the fucking morning. So yeah, rough ending, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the vlog. Like I said, on a plane right now to go to Hustler. Make sure you guys watch tomorrow. Get in the chat, support me. Drop some comments saying ace, ace, ace so I could come back. Love all of you guys. Hopefully I put on a show and win a lot of money. That vlog will be insane. I'll catch you guys next week. Have a great week. Peace out.